What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Friday, coming off a very good night last night in DraftKings with the plays. Some of the plays kind of could have done a lot better, honestly. LeBron, first off, he was my highest salary guy. Finished with 57 DraftKings points. Solid outing, but he, in the third quarter, for whatever reason, he wasn't aggressive at all. I think he had one or two shots that whole entire quarter. That was disappointing. Then he turned it on in the end of the fourth. I think he honestly could have got up to 70 drafting points if he was aggressive the whole entire game. And it's not like he was tired. He only played in the All-Star game over the last week, so he was definitely ready to go. I'm not sure why he didn't play more aggressive in the third quarter, and honestly in the second quarter. At the end of the first quarter, he had 7 points, I think 5 rebounds and 6 assists on his way to a triple-double, and does even end up with a double-double, so that was disappointing. Also, Otto Porter got in foul trouble in the first quarter, so he only played around 28 minutes, I believe. Finished with 33 drafting points, so he still did okay, but I was expecting near 40 drafting points out of him. Lou Williams had a great night, over 40 drafting points there. He got the double-double himself with the assist. And then the guy that really surprised me, I loved him, but Zach Randolph dropping 50 drafting points. I didn't expect 50 drafting points, but I did expect a good night. But that was crazy out of him. He turned back the clocks last night. He looked great in that game against the Thunder, so that was a great call. Emmanuel Mudiay could have done a little bit better. Only played 23 minutes in the starting lineup. He didn't get any run in the fourth quarter. I was hoping he would go back in. He was doing solid in the third quarter, but didn't get his second opportunity in the fourth quarter. And then David Nwaba, though, my lottery pick of the day, my cheap guy, had a great night. Finished with 40 drafting points. He got those rebounds, hit some threes, and scored like we were looking for. And also another guy on the Bulls that absolutely killed it for me last night was Bobby Portis. I tweeted about him around an hour before lock or so, saying that with Robin Lopez inactive, I expect Bobby Portis to get some more run than Felicio in the starting lineup and really do well in that spot. Had him in my lineup that I tweeted out, and he scored 53 drafting points. So all in all, it was a great night. My lineup got 327 drafting points. Definitely cash if you ran that out. And if you ran out any of these plays like Nwaba, Zach Randolph, Lou Williams, and if you took that tweet with Bobby Portis and threw him in your lineup, then you were looking very good last night. So let's try to make it another night, making some money. Drop a like in the video, though. Let's try to get it going here. Let's try to get over 100 likes. Thank you so much for all the likes, and subscribe if you haven't already to get these winning plays every single day to come and join the Money Mob. We get it done here every single day on DraftKings. Let's just get into it, though. My first guy is going to be Karl-Anthony Towns here at 9,400 against Houston. It should be an up-tempo, high-scoring game here. Disappointed me before the All-Star break against the Lakers. Pretty solid spot there, but he just wasn't getting any shots to drop offensively, and he got in a little bit of foul trouble there before the fourth quarter. Only 42 drafting points, but before that game, he was killing it, and especially against Houston this year. For whatever reason, he loves this matchup. He does very well. He dropped 64 drafting points in that last game against them, and then the game before, I think he honestly got around 60 drafting points in that one. So averaging 63 drafting points in both games against them. Loves the matchup. Games projected for over 220 total points. So Karl-Anthony Towns is definitely going to be active here. And he's been cleaning up on the glass lately. He got a double-double in the All-Star game, too. So he's going to get another one here, I believe. I think he leads the NBA in double-doubles. So I'm expecting another one here. And hopefully he's more efficient scoring the ball. He needs to be if the Timberwolves have any chance of winning this game. So Karl-Anthony Towns, lock him in there. We're going to go with another big man here. LaMarcus Aldridge, whatever. Somehow I just messed up his name. But 7,700 going against Denver. Coming off that injury. They're going to need him big time here. Kawhi Leonard is still out. He was turning up before he got that knee injury before the All-Star break, so he should be good to go. His last game was against Golden State, February 10th. Now we're February 23rd, so got a nice little rest there. He should be refreshed, rejuvenated, batteries charged up for this game against Denver, and he was able to score pretty damn well against them before the All-Star break, January 30th. dropped 30 points, but kind of had a weird game. Only 5 rebounds there. I expect some more rebounds in that category there, and some more DraftKings points to come along with it. So I expect over 40 DraftKings points here, and he's at a little bit of a discount at 7,700. They're going to need him big time, like I said, to combat against Denver. And Denver's defense hasn't been that great recently, honestly. They've been scoring a lot of points, but their defense has been lacking. LaMarcus Aldridge is going to be that go-to guy, so I definitely want to attack Denver with him, so lock him in there. And for my third guy, another guy here that benefits against the Cavs. They've just been really struggling with their rim protector this year, and it looked like that again last night against the Wizards. Like Satoransky, Bradley Beal, Otto Porter, those guys were just slashing to the hoop and getting some easy looks down there. So I think Tyreke Evans is going to do some similar things in this game, getting some easy looks around the hoop. And he had a crazy good game against them earlier this year with 63 DraftKings points. His minutes have been down a little bit recently, as he's been coming off the bench for the Grizzlies. But against the Cavs, I think he can catch fire again. Definitely a solid matchup with him driving to the hoop here, like I mentioned. And the Cavs are coming off a back-to-back, so they'll be a little bit tired after a pretty competitive game against the Wizards last night on national TV. They were in Cleveland, now they're traveling to Memphis, so that's in effect as well. So Tyreke Evans, think he has a big game here, a solid matchup definitely for him, so lock him in there. I'm going to go with a balanced approach kind of today, not really like a high salary guy. None of these guys really like stuck out to me that I felt like they were must plays tonight. Obviously, that can bite me in the ass. Like, all these guys have the potential to do it despite the matchup. But I think that I want to go a little bit more balanced tonight. Like, that would have worked out last night probably if I went with someone like Embiid or Ben Simmons and kind of paid up a little bit more, but it still worked out, though. But for my fourth guy, we're going to go with James Johnson on the on the Miami Heat at 4,700. Going against the Pelicans, Kelly Olynyk is doubtful for this game, so James Johnson can definitely have another game where he shows up, and he had a good night. The game before the All-Star break, dropped 37 DraftKings points against Philly. So at 4,700, the Pelicans have been struggling this year against power forwards without DeMarcus Cousins. Mirotic, not a good defender. And Emeka Okafor has been starting for them for whatever reason. He's been playing like a few minutes. Then they pretty much go to Mirotic the rest of the game. So James Johnson, coming off the bench with this Miami team, can definitely benefit in that matchup there. New Orleans, not great defensively. One of the worst in the league, allowing 111 points per game. So I think James Johnson can have a good night here, scoring again. Maybe a few more rebounds. He's a capable passer as well. 4,700 has the upside here, so lock him in there. For my fifth and final play, we're going to go with Alex Len. This guy made me look smart last time I played him. Had a big game against Utah. Similar matchup here, honestly. Against Utah, he had to play solid minutes because against Rudy Gobert, he's just so big and athletic that they needed Alex Len, kind of a tall an athletic player, the matchup against Gobert. So that's similar with DeAndre Jordan here. I think he's going to get over 30 minutes again. No Tyson Chandler looks like in this game. He's doubtful. So Len should get the start and get over 30 minutes again. He's a capable scorer, a good rebounder. The blocks were a little bit bizarre. Not sure he's going to get 5 blocks, but with that extra minutes, the usage will definitely be up. Whenever he gets solid minutes, it seems like he always shows up and returns some DraftKings points. So against DeAndre Jordan, Alex Len at home here in Phoenix, I think he can get around 25 plus DraftKings points in the spot. So lock him in there. So that's the top 5. You got Tyreke Evans, James Johnson, LaMarcus Aldridge, Karl Anthony Towns, and Alex Len. And for my lottery pick of the day, we're going to go with Andrew Harrison here at 4,300. Going another guy in Memphis, one of the guards. He's been starting recently, getting solid minutes, over 30 minutes, 2 out of the last 3 games. I believe against OKC, he got, I think he was, sick or something and didn't play as many minutes. But 2 of the last 3 games when he was 100%, he got over 30 minutes, so that's great to see. And he got 38 DraftKings points in both of those games, and he's been doing pretty solid recently. I think these games are without Tyreke Evans, but he's been having good output. He's a guy that can fill it up in multiple categories. Solid rebounder, solid passer. The scoring, honestly, he's not really known for his scoring, but at 4,300, we saw Satoransky on the Cavs have a great night last night. A similar style of player as Andrew Harrison. So I think against the Cavs, like I mentioned before, on the back-to-back, Harrison can get some buckets, be active on the offensive end, and have another night returning some value in that starting lineup. So lock him in there. So that is it, guys. Leaves you with 5,600 remaining per player. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Slap a like on the video if you did. Greatly appreciate it. Like I said, 100 plus likes. Let's get it done. And definitely subscribe if you haven't already to get these winning picks every single day. Come and join the money mob. Let's win some money again here tonight. Hopefully we can have another great night. And like I mentioned before, with that Bobby Portis tweet, I normally tweet out anything new that I'm like, any thoughts that I have before the lock. If any news comes out, like on some injuries, I can update you there. So if you're not following me yet on Twitter, follow me there at MoneyWebby. And also, I tweet out a lineup every single night. You can run that out and see some more guys that I'm interested in. Like I mentioned, Bobby Portis, I had him in the lineup. 327 last night. Let's try to get over 300 yet again. So good luck tonight, guys, on this 11-game slate on Friday. Enjoy your Friday night, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.